having us here today, and I'm so excited to be able to share with our viewers all the cool things about Second Wind Consignments. So tell us a little bit more about you and why you started to go into business here in Deale.
Well, Theresa, I have lived in Deale for nearly 30 years. I raised my family here.
Yep.
And always kind of thought I wanted to have a small business close to home. And when the small business that I had worked for 25 years in Annapolis went to another ownership because the owners retired, I decided I would take that opportunity to see if I could make my dream come true.
Awesome. And I think it has. Looking at the store, I love this. So tell us a little bit more about when you think about your business and what it does for the community. How does that fill your cup? What's your sweet spot?
It's kind of an amazing phenomenon that I just really didn't anticipate. I have people that come in on a regular basis. They are greeted by name when they walk in the door. They're more like friends or family than they are customers. They know my staff by name. Everybody kind of small talks and shares family stories. And we have developed a rapport to where we can kind of tell what mood they're in on a certain day. We have coffee and cookies, and we know who likes to shop with a cup in their hand, and
Oh, that's neat.
it's more of a homey atmosphere. We want to make people feel comfortable when they're shopping.
And you do. You and your staff are amazing. When I walk in the door, everyone's, "Hey, Theresa," like, Norm at the bar and cheers.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
I love that because it does. It makes you feel like you're home hanging out with your sisters.
Yes.
So I just love that. So
Yeah.
cool. So why this spot? What happened to make it happen here at this particular location in Deale?
My last day of my old job was in April of 2009, and I immediately started looking for a location. I had been working on a business plan for over a year because the owners had told us that they were going to be selling the business. And I looked and I knew just about what I wanted, and I couldn't find just the right place. And I opened originally at the other end of the building in a smaller space. I told the landlords when I signed the lease that the space wasn't big enough for what I wanted to do. And when the business that was in our current location left, they said to me, "You want more space? Here it is."
Perfect.
And I lived right around the corner, so it couldn't be more perfect.
That's right. The rest is history.
That's right.
That's perfect. I know that you do some community things, and I just love that. I feel like rising tides lift the ships, and when you're helping others, we all grow from that, and that creates community.
Yes.
So tell us about the things that you do here that supports the local community.
Well, when I was working on my business plan, I realized that it was important to me to be a part of a community effort to help people. Consignment is kind of part of that anyway. You're helping people move things out of their home that they no longer need, and you're putting them in the hands of people who really do need them for a reasonable price. We set up accounts on occasion for charities such as churches and the Energy Assistance Group here in South County. Consigners can actually come in and say, "I would like for my items to be put on the account of this church or this youth group or whatever group they've set up in advance."
So does that mean that when you sell the item, the proceeds of that item go to that fund?
Yes.
Okay, or are you helping people like a house that burnt down? Are you donating items that way? Is that what you do? Or is just the money in the account?
Normally what we do is financial benefit. Donations to places like South County Assistance Network Food Bank at St. James Church.
It's one of my favorite charities.
Yes. And the South County Churches Energy Assistance Group, which is administered through the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and they help people pay their fuel bills in the wintertime.
That's awesome.
So in order to do that as well, twice a year we have a big clearance sale. It helps us keep our merchandise rotating, and for the first 8 days of the sale, 100% of the proceeds of the items that have been marked down are donated to one of those two charities, either the food bank or the Energy Assistance Group.
That's great.
Over the years, those groups have come to really show appreciation for what we can do, and we really appreciate the opportunity to help other people.
Absolutely. And that fills your cup too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's neat. Good.
Yeah.
So tell us, how can we find you?
Well, Second Wind is located at 661 Deale Road in Deale, Maryland. We have regular phone service, 410-867-0480. We have email, Teri, Teri, at secondwindconsignments.com. We also have a Facebook page, Second Wind Consignments, and we also do posts on Instagram.
When you're friends with Teri, you can say, "I saw that cow picture. I'm coming in to get it." Which is exactly what I did. Well, thank you again.
Thank you, Theresa. I really appreciate the opportunity to share with you.
Oh, thanks for sharing with Deale and everyone else who's looking at to find this little tucked away nugget in South County.